she recently went to space with a few friends. Here is influencer Siren.
Thanks for having me on.
Are you okay?
Sorry. It's just sometimes I get like this weird feeling being on home planet.
Home planet?
Yeah, home planet's what we astronauts call Earth. I get a little bit weird feeling because I'm just so used to the anti-gravity feeling of space. So being back here with the grav, it's not something I'm used to.
Didn't you only go to space for like 8 minutes?
Yeah, well, it was only for like 8 minutes, I think, but that still makes me an astronaut because I still went to space, okay?
Okay, so going to space, it's a very big deal, right? It usually takes a lot of training and education, so what made you decide to go up into space?
Yeah, so what made me want to go to space? Well, ever since I was younger, I always looked out the window at night and I saw the stars and they were really pretty, and I always thought in my head like, wow, I wish I could be closer up and see them. And then also I always really loved math, so like numbers and like, what do you call those things, like plus signs, minus signs, multiplying signs, division signs. I always loved that, and I feel like with space you get math and stuff, and you get like stars which are like sparkly, and like I said, I love the stars, so that's really what inspired me to go out into space.
Oh, okay, so math, like
numbers and stuff, right? Yeah.
Just the numbers themselves or a specific equation?
Yeah, so being up in space, I learned so much. Well, did you know that like all humans are kind of just the same, but not really, but they all go through like their own struggles?
Yeah, I did.
I knew that. Have you been to space?
Nope, never been to space.
Well, I mean, like before this, I thought people, no one else had problems or issues in their life and everything was just happening to me. But then after I went up to space and I was up there with the other people on the trip, and then I thought we were stuck in the spaceship for a second because I like broke the door or whatever.
You broke the door?
Yeah, I know, long story, but anyway, I thought that I was stuck up in space and they were nervous and I was nervous too, and that's when I realized like, oh my gosh, we're all human, we all have problems, we all have experiences and emotions, and it's not just me. And also like what made me realize that is like when we were in space and I was thinking there could be alien kind of, have empathy and sympathy with each other and try to be nice to each other and stuff.
Oh wow, so
and, like help each other through struggles and things like that. It's just like in my day-to-day life, I never really thought of other people until then. I experienced space and just like that feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm so far away, like what if I never get to come back? And that's when I realized that other people, they struggle with things too. Yeah, and a big thing I learned up there was about love.
Anyway, would you say that this trip brought about any like big changes, or
I do think that there are some really big things that are going to come from this for everyone. I think it's just a really big deal for everyone involved, and mostly actually people that watch, because like the common person, because us going up into space, it's like it's almost like, what was that guy's name, like Larry Arm and Hammer or something like that guy, when he went up to the, what was that, Mercury or something, when he did that, it was like a big discovery in like America and just like the world. So us going up into space is probably going to be another one of those incidents, and like down the line in life, people will look back at this moment and they'll remember it and they'll like tell their kids about it and stuff. So I think it's really a big service that we did to people, that we did for people, and I'm just happy that I was able to be a part of it, and that I kind of like made the decision to give that back to people out there.
I'm sorry, but didn't this whole thing cost $10 million?
Yeah, it cost $10 million, but it was for, like, that's just a sacrifice that I had to make. Well, like, I didn't pay the $10 million, but you get what I mean.
Wouldn't you think that donating the $10 million to charities would have been a better?
I mean, this is like science. This is math. This is a discovery.
Okay, so what discovery did you make?
No, we didn't make any discoveries, but I'm just saying, like, this is a monumental moment, so I think it was worth spending the $10 million instead of sending it to some charity is probably just gonna do, you know, whatever with it.
I don't know about that.
Well, yeah, help people, but I feel like this helps people more, honestly.
Okay, so anyway, people are saying you brought your diamonds up there with you. Is that the one?
I brought my diamonds up there with me. Well, it's just that diamonds are rocks, and I know there's like asteroids and stuff in space, and so I wanted to bring the diamonds up to where some of their rock friends are from. Well, these are the diamonds I brought up there, and they got to see other rocks, and it was just like a really good bonding experience for me and the diamonds, because it was just like I was like out of the earth, I was at a home planet, right? And I got to experience that with my diamonds. So plus these diamonds are now space diamonds, which makes them worth more money if you think about it. So again, I've also made myself a lot of money in the process, which is really good. So yeah, I mean, again, I'm just doing these really big historical, you know, life-altering things from this trip, and that's why I think that this is going to be such a big monumental thing that people look back on in the future.
So what exactly will they be looking back at in the future? The fact that you spent 10 million to go to space, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, I just think that, you know, with that theme of like love and respect and stuff, that's something that you can't really learn on Earth. You have to learn that in space, or like you have to kind of have a moment of like a $10 million moment per se to learn those things. So by me, you know, making these sacrifices and going to space, I can then bring back that information and let people know, you know, we should respect each other. We're all human. We all go through things. You know, it's important to love others and care for others. And I can bring back that information that's really valuable, and I can share it with people, and they don't have to go to space to learn that knowledge. So for me, I think it's almost just like a service that I'm doing for the universe and for the world.
Interesting. So $10 million for you to discover basic human decency.
I mean, I don't know how you would know this stuff if you haven't gone to space. I feel like you're just saying that, to be honest with you.
I think most people do.
So you already knew that.
Here we go again.
I don't know. I think that is a different experience when you know, go through that like me. Whoa, sorry. I just got a really weird feeling of like zero gravity. I think it's like a side effect or something. For a second, I almost started floating. Did you see me?
I did not see anything.
It was true. Like my feet started to lift off the ground.
I didn't notice that at all.
Know what was happening.
Okay, I believe you, I guess.
Yeah, I think it did, you know. First thing I did when I got off the spaceship was kiss the ground. I mean, I have not touched Earth in like 8 minutes since that point, and it was a really big deal. So,
okay, well, thank you for sharing your experiences with us. And thanks for this interview.
Yeah, and I will be sharing more about this. I think I'll probably end up coming out with some merch regarding this experience, maybe some space food or something. But I think I'm gonna come out with some merch, probably a video myself talking about my experience in space with my diamonds. And I'm really gonna give back to the community even more. So make sure to stay tuned, and thanks for having me on this interview.